Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, blokes and chillers. How are you all doing? I'll give you a fair warning on the topic we'll discuss today. Viewers discretion is advised, so make sure to lock your children in their respective rooms and don't act suspicious because someone's gonna pull up the cops on your front door. So today, joined with me are these lovely fellow blokes. With me today is Stephen, Darren, and Daniel. And now we've all heard about some silly school stories about students bragging and complaining about the amount of homeworks assigned to them by our lovely teachers. And also, it's common sense that we all know we're in the middle of a pandemic. Everyone stays at home, including you. If not, I'm calling the cops on you. So, topic that we'll discuss today is about online learning, and we're here to share our perspective as high school students to the audience. So, first of all, I'm gonna go with Daniel. So, Daniel, what do you think about this online learning? Do you think it's effective or not? Is it consistent? And how about the students' mental health? Because
Well,
stress is quite a problem.
yeah. So we can see from the online learning, as it stated, we study from home, we get the lessons online, we get our homeworks online, we communicate with the teachers online. We do all of it online, so we have to have a good connection with it. And you see, sometimes not everybody in this, and not every student in this world has a good connection because sometimes because of their location, sometimes because it's their financial condition, sometimes it's because they don't understand technology. So we gotta see from all aspects. So actually, it's ineffective for this online learning because you see, online learning in a week maybe we'll have 4 classes each day, 2 classes each day, and each classes maybe we'll have 40 minutes according to the time from the Zoom because it's limited from the Zoom. And when we are joining the Zoom, not everybody is standby and ready to join Zoom because some may be having their breakfast or maybe they are going to the toilet. So we gotta think from all for all person that is involved in it. And when we are already in the Zoom, when the teacher is explaining, maybe the teacher requires us to turn on our camera so that they can see our faces, so they could know if we are studying or not. But even while we're turning on our camera, teacher is not looking at all of us because sometimes they're explaining the material that they are teaching us that day. And when they're teaching material, even though if some of us are focusing on the material, sometimes it's just hard to understand because we are looking through the material in the Zoom. And in the Zoom, even the material that is being displayed, it's not really clear for us to read or sometimes to see. So, well, according to me, this online learning is really ineffective. And, well, in some ways, if we change it, maybe it would be more effective than it is already right now.
So yeah, I mean that's an interesting point to make, considering about how you pointed out that not all of not all students get the same access to the internet speed, um, especially if those who live in remote areas don't have access to an effective internet speed to uh, to do online learning, of course, um,
Yes.
and how that there are some limitation to online learning, considering that um, low internet connection means
Yep.
low quality pictures. So of course we can't pay attention well to some blurry, blurry
Image.
image. Yes. So yeah, I mean it's not quite as effective as direct learning at school. Um, However, I think it's not effective, but long term, some students were online learning teaches us to initiate, to have our own initiatives to study, to learn, etc. But when it comes to assignments, do you think it's consistent? Do you think it's effective? And considering that we're also being helped by so many assignments that are given, and some of them are not quite
Maybe I can give you an answer to that question.
sure.
Well, our homework, well, sure, we got like tons of homework to do. Like we can get 10 homeworks per week or so, maybe 5, 8. And honestly, by doing our homework, we're not really learning anything because we search the answer on the internet. We just doing the like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and we are not really reading anything, and we do not understand a thing from the site. And just because we did our homework, it doesn't mean like we understand the material that the teacher gave us. It doesn't mean like I can done I can do this homework. Like I got 100 on my homework. It doesn't mean I understand the material that the teacher gave us. Like the homework is not the best option when it comes to learning. Well, I think, or at least that's what I think. And also, we spend lots of our time doing the homework, then that we're not really learning anything from it. And yeah, we could have used our time for a better reason. Like
So,
you can learn more skill for your college application later. Like you can join a competition. Like what you do best. Like you can play games and maybe you can code, some of you, and you can join a competition and win something from it. But we have to do a lot of homework just so we cannot do those things. Do you understand me? What I'm saying?
yeah, I feel you, mate.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like this homework that we get is not the best option that the teacher can give us. That they gave us lots of homework, then
An assignment.
we learn nothing from it.
Yeah. Well, um, I don't. I'm gonna respond to that quite differently because for me, I think it's quite effective because, say, um, say you have to do your homework and
Yeah,
assignment, you have to do it by yourself. It raises the students' initiative to do anything on their own rather
yeah,
than, of course, if you're cheating, then that's not effective. But say if you have to do things on your own, then of course you'll learn. So
yeah. But like, can you
so,
answer me like
for
math question?
for
We
example,
could have used photomaths or something like that. We could have used photomath, or we can use brainly, and we learn nothing. We just complete the task that the teacher gave us.
well, I guess it depends on how on how each students do their assignment because you know
Well, let's be honest. All of us open Google just to do our homework,
yeah,
and
but people also open Google to study. Not all of them just to cheat.
Yeah,
People
yeah, I know. Yeah, I
open
know.
YouTube to watch
Yeah, yeah, got you.
watch videos about
But
math.
like our majority of people doing like they open Google just to open like those brainly or wait a minute.
80%.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah. Back
So
to the
if we can
first.
cheat our task, I mean it's not effective. We can cheat our task.
Well, yeah, but technically,
You
back to
would
the first
know,
topic.
right?
I
You
mean,
would
back
know
to the
if
first topic,
we
man.
learn anything or not.
well, I know it's not effective for tests, of course, that not all students are honest, but say assignments and tasks and homeworks, like um, you can't just cheat all of them. Some assignments you have to create things such as,
That's
for
what
example,
assignment I wanted. But
for
like
example, for example
from a 10 assignments, you only ask for your opinion for like one or two assignments, you know, and everything other than that you require to copy it from your book, from your internet, or maybe the book that you bought from school. You cannot make your own point because they wouldn't accept it.
well, no, I mean, as I said before, I mean, cheating obviously is not effective, but say some honest students out there who do their homework and assignment on their own, obviously, say if they're diligent enough, they'll learn on their own. So I don't think that it's all bad. I mean,
So you're saying that in this online session that the smart people is getting smarter and the dumb ones getting dumber.
Well,
well,
actually,
it doesn't matter if
no,
you're smart or dumb. It's just about your own
diligent.
initiative. It's your own responsibility. It's about how you being responsible to do your homework, to
Yeah,
do your
true.
about how diligent you are. I mean, it's all the factors, not about how smart or dumb. Because some smart students, if they're lazy enough, they won't get anywhere in this online.
So this online session is like if you understand what you have to do, then your goal.
Yeah.
Then oh, I see.
Well, you're good
So
if
that's my
you.
that's my point. Online learning is not for everyone.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's effective. I still don't think it's effective.
Yeah. Well, of course, I agree with you too. I mean, for me, online learning is not effective, but not all of it is actually bad. You can just. It's about the methods. It's about the methods. I mean,
I
say,
agree with you.
um, say some teacher, some teacher, they make their own learning videos for us to watch. I mean, it's not bad just to watch learning videos. I mean,
Yeah, you can replay it
people,
like 100 times if you don't understand the material. It's a better way than you learn online. The teacher only explain once, one time, and you don't
yeah.
even take notes from it.
Well, that what happens if you join a direct yeah,
The Zoom
established.
meeting.
Yeah,
So it's better to make a video and send it to the students instead of
yeah.
online learning.
Yeah.
I think that could be a solution. However,
Some
um,
teachers are just lazy, They
yeah,
just don't have the effort to do it because it's much simpler to create a Zoom meeting. You
yeah.
see,
That's
Yeah,
also
that's more simpler. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's another problem. I mean, say, imagine if all the teachers they make their own learning videos. All we have to do is just to watch, and then we
Yeah,
were watching, and
sure.
then no, and then we were still confused about this and that.
We can
Uh,
replay it one more time or like a
yeah, you
hundred
can
thousand times.
you can ask your teacher,
Yeah, and
uh,
you can also
yeah.
ask a
So
teacher
you
about
don't
it.
have to waste 40 minutes on the material,
That you won't
but
understand.
actually just ask, have a Q&A session with the teacher. You know, I guess it's more effective.
It's more, yeah, yeah, I think so. It's more effective. Like the teacher make a video from their material, and the Zoom meeting is for like Q&A. Won't you say?
Yeah, yeah, that's my
Maybe like
yeah, that's the solution that I'm proposing. So yeah,
yeah,
I
so
think
that should be
it
good.
would maybe
yeah,
better, but also there is another effect from online learning that I just read this morning. A middle schooler committed suicide because of his homework. And
oh yeah,
let's talk about the homework now.
yeah, I've read it too. I mean, I'm sure that all of you have read it about this high school student who committed suicide of too much homework and assignment.
So we have the solution to the Zoom meeting, to the online learning, and now it's time for homework.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna give it to Darren. Maybe
So
you can explain it to us because
yeah,
we got the news from him. Maybe he understand it better.
As you say, in my opinion, many students will be stressed because he has difficulty understanding the material taught by the student teacher at his school and is continuously given assignment with short deadline. Uh, Many assignment or exercise given with the short deadline, 1 week or 5 days. In my opinion, online learning is not always an easy thing for them, especially
Yeah, it's true. It's not
especially
easy.
those who are teenager and including their parents. Kindergarten student, toddler
Yeah, yeah,
student,
I get the point.
it's not easy for the parents to accompany their kids to
To help them
yeah,
make their homework, right?
yes.
Yeah, I know.
so yeah, so your point is that there some students is also a limitation to online learning. Of course, it's not effective to all of us, to
Yeah.
all of the students.
Yeah.
That could be a
How about
point.
the homework?
Yeah. So back to the suicide incident. How do you guys respond to this? It's
Well,
about yeah,
yeah, yeah.
sure, sure.
So
You know,
so you see, it's like this, according to me. You see, students like us, we're still teenagers after all, right? Yeah, I know our responsibility is to study, to go to school, but on in the end, students like us, as a teenager, we're still also finding for fun. We want to have lots of fun. We need to play with our friends, interact with our friends. Yeah, having fun
yeah,
with
we do.
everybody is what we need to do because we're still teenagers. We're not in the phase where we can focus completely on something. We need some distractions for our life to have our refreshing time. And you see, while during pandemic like this, people like us, we can't go out because we're afraid to get infected by the pandemic. So that we should stay at home. And lots of parents don't allow us to interact directly with our friends. So our interact is also getting less and less, and we only interact through social media too. We don't interact directly. So when we interact with our friends through social media, it's going through online, right? So the time will be limited. And when we're interacting with our friend, we also need to do our responsibilities as students. We gotta study, we gotta do our homework, and everything keeps on getting less and less. Our time is getting less and less, and in the end, our stress is pent up. It's built up. in ourselves. It makes us feel depressed, make us feel sad, make us can't think straight. And because of all that, at last, we if we don't have anybody to talk to, everybody shuts us in, doesn't allow us to talk to them, doesn't want to hear our opinion, doesn't care about us. We do things that we actually don't want to do. Some students got into drugs, some drink alcohol, some hurt themselves. The worst case, they kill themselves, having suicide, like the article that we talk about just now. Even though he's still in middle school, he should be still have a lot of time to live. He still have his high school, his college life, then he work. He's still got a long way to go. But only because of online school, nobody cares about him. He doesn't have anywhere to do refreshment. At last, yeah, he end his life.
Yes.
So according to me, online learning is effective in some ways, but in the assignments, actually, you see, back to the topic we talked about just now. Yeah, we cheat on our task, on our assignment, but yeah, some people uses the internet right way by studying and looking for references, but some also cheating. So if if we are one of them who uses the right way, and we are searching for the answer, not directly copying the answer from the internet, we'll lost much more time than everybody who's copying. And some students, even though they look fine on outside and they're smart, they do good in their studies, but they've built up stress inside. So we should just like, yeah, we could study hard, we could search for answers, but don't push yourself too hard. You gotta find some refreshments too.
I
And for the teachers,
got you.
if your students ask for answers to the teachers, we should respond. We should give a response that is good and proper, not
I
by giving
totally
them
agree with you.
not by giving them the cold shoulder, making the students feel bad for asking you. I mean, the students also doesn't want to do assignment, but it's the assignment from you. You should have some conscience. You should give them some good response, so you talk to them properly, not
Yeah,
by just giving them the short answer and making them like. In the end, you gotta search in the internet again. It's
that's what I
pointless to
want
ask
to
the
talk
teacher.
about. That's what I want to
Yeah,
talk about.
that's right. Sometimes the teacher is wrong. Sometimes the students is wrong. Everybody's wrong in this. So sometimes we have to talk about it with the teachers. But well, teachers in Indonesia, some of them doesn't want to receive opinion. They doesn't want to move forward. They still stick to the old ways, making us stressed. But yeah, in the end of the day, we're still students. We can't go against them. So
Yeah,
according to me, do everything moderately. Don't push yourself too hard. Even though you're trying to aim for something, just do it moderately.
well,
Everything
I have a
exists.
question for all of you.
Wait. Before you get anywhere, I'm just gonna point out some stuff. So first,
Okay.
about the limitation of interaction with friends. Of course, that's more of a that's more
Social
of a
problem?
consequence of the pandemic, not the online learning.
Yeah, I know.
We still talk to our friends, talk to our class during online period.
Yeah,
So I guess that's more of the
Yeah, we still have a social interaction with them.
yeah,
yeah that so that's the only problem caused by the pandemic. But about other stuff like
The
uh,
homework stuff.
especially about the teachers. So you're saying
yeah.
that not all teachers are committed to their students, but they're doing
Their
what
job, about
not
their
not
job.
their job. I mean, they're doing their well, of course, they're doing their job, but not in a way of serving or committed to the students. They're doing it.
Yeah,
Um, they're doing their
they're
job.
doing it as a forcing because
Yeah,
they are forced to do that as their occupation. Their occupation is
Well, like is homework really effective? Like, what's the difference between homework and educating yourself? The only difference is homework has a deadline that all of you rushing to turn it in. And if you educate yourself, you have more time and more limitation to learn.
Uh,
And from homework itself, I mean, with a let's say 10 homework per week, is it really educating us anything? We
well,
all we did is like we copying it from the internet and we're rushing to turn it in, and we didn't even read what's the essence of the task itself.
yeah,
And
But
the
I mean,
homework,
you're just repeating your statement. I mean, as
yeah,
I've said,
I'm making it
depends
stronger.
depends on each students. I mean, of course, like so we're gonna talk about the average student. Of course, it's not effective
It's
on
not.
average. It's not effective on average at all. Although it is actually benefiting those who are diligent, who are committed to their homework and assignments. But how about the other students? I mean, are there
Yeah, the
initiatives?
other students.
Yeah.
What about them? I mean, maybe they are doing something else. Like maybe they're learning some trading, or maybe they're learning something like their hobbies. Then
Well.
might be their job in the future. Well,
Well.
homework is just
I mean,
making a barrier between our time and
uh, I mean,
what
yeah,
what you want to say.
it's quite understandable that everyone has their own agenda, but of course, during the pandemic, we stay home at all times, uh, almost as if we're in school holiday, except we can't get out.
Yeah,
But
well,
I
with our
believe,
free time, we have
yeah,
more free time, right? We have more things that we can do other than homework. Most of us, not most, but maybe I can say 30 or 40 or 40% of us having our time to study something else. Like maybe I know my couple of friends who studies another language for their future job or future references for their job. It's
well,
more the benefiting for them instead of doing homework that you just got a score. You got a score for like your
well,
report card that
yeah,
doesn't do anything for your job.
yeah. You see, but in the end of the day, we're still students, and
Yeah, we are. That's what I'm talking about. School producing employee for the future. We're students. We have to complete all our tasks like homework,
yeah.
exam.
I mean, but
We have
maybe we can change
we
it in the
nail
future.
to those. I know. Oh right, I'm talking out of my limit. Right, this is out of my context. I know.
No,
Maybe it's
I
too
mean,
far.
no, I mean, yeah, you're correct, but it's like you see, we
The
can change it
context
in the
is homework.
future.
Yeah, I know. Getting too far.
We can change it for the future and for the students, for our childs in the future. But yeah, for now, what we can do is just study for the future, doing our task,
Oh,
even though
yeah,
we're
it's
not doing it the
homework.
right way.
Well,
Yeah, but
is it
yeah,
is homework really doing anything to you? Are you really getting
well,
smarter from it? I don't think so.
nah, I don't say about that. I mean, yeah, homework isn't useful for us right now. But for now, because we can't do a single thing about it, a single damn thing about it. So we just do our
So let's change
responsibilities.
that. So let's change that
Yeah, we
to
want to change that,
another things. We
but for
don't.
now,
We don't.
yes.
We do not need like a
No, I've said
thousands of
this many
homework
times.
to
I've said this
do.
many times. It depends on each students. I mean,
yeah. And
for
the
Well,
me,
do
second
you
thing
need it?
is,
I do feel that I'm getting smarter from homework because most of the time I do my homeworks on my
I mean,
own.
I understand your feelings that wanting to change, that we should just do our homeworks that is related to us, not homeworks
Yeah.
that will just do something that we already learn and only filling answers or just choosing an answer. I know, but for now, if we want to change it, we gotta do it. We gotta do it first so that we can graduate. If you want to change it, we can only change it in the future. Right now, there's nothing we can do. We can only do our responsibility as a student.
I'm sorry to curse, but you're
Yeah.
saying that your future are fucked. Your
What
future
Daniel,
fucked because we have much
it's
better
actually,
things to do. Instead of doing those things, we do all of our homework
I mean,
for a score that
we have we
maybe
have we have many
we're
flaws.
gonna get a plus on the report card
I
later.
do agree that there are many flaws on online learning. I mean, first of all, the
There's many
pandemic
flaws in
the
homework
pandemic
too.
limits us to interact with students and teachers directly. That's first thing. Second thing is, some teachers, they're not reasonable enough with the amount of assignments they're giving to the students. Say one of the teachers gave us two homeworks in one day, a week before our exam. I mean, how could that be reasonable?
Well, yeah, it's not.
we we should be studying on our
We should be
final.
preparing our assignment
We should be
for
studying
our
on
first sorry, final.
our final
But
week.
instead, we got like
We got more
five
and
homeworks,
as
six.
if the teachers want to
Let
give
us
us
count.
a burden after we finished our exam, because of course you could some students, they have to study. I mean, not all of them, they can just turn up their assignments in just a week. I mean, also not all students can do their homework, their assignments on the exam week. So
Yeah,
we still have to take that burden after we finished our exam.
maybe we could talk about homework later because we only have like 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in this meeting, and we're gonna talk about it
Well,
much more later.
so I guess any less. So that was my summary of this whole conversation. I mean, thank you for me for having you guys. That was an interesting topic to talk
Well,
about.
I'm sorry if you cannot understand me because I just got this bracelet on my teeth
That's not a
and I
problem.
cannot talk properly because sometimes I cannot close my mouth.
Yeah, okay.
Understand?
So
That's
that information is not something that we
yeah, but it's for my grade, you know. It could decrease my grade.
are interested to hear. I mean, that's yeah. But so any last words from you guys?
Yeah. Anyways, besides of
Resident.
our argument, we want to thank all of our teacher for teaching us in this pandemic, and they still have the energy to teach us every day. And
But
well, yeah, we
for those
we don't like the homework, but
yeah,
it is what it is. We
for
are
those
telling you the truth.
who are watching our video, just we hope that try to consider our points that were made in this conversation. How we could better, of course, the vaccine will be distributed
It's
soon enough.
not soon. Maybe
We
it's
should be
like
I mean, we should be optimists. Come on. So
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I like it better at home.
that was
I
my
don't know
final
about you.
words. Yeah, thank you, Darren. Thank you, Daniel.
Well, thank you everyone
Thank you,
for
thank you.
and thank you Avalo for
Yeah.
inviting us to this
Thanks
exciting
so much.
argument, and also thank you for all of you who's watching this podcast,
Thank you for all the teachers who have been also
supporting us
supporting
and
us.
teaching us.
But also please consider our points here that were made in this conversation.
Please consider the homework as well.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.